Hey there, friend! Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why? Or maybe struggled to recall a name you know is right on the tip of your tongue? Don't worry, you're not alone. Those little moments happen to all of us, especially as we get a little wiser. But here's the good news. Just like we stretch our legs or tend to a garden, our brains need a little daily care too. And the best part? It can be fun. Today, I want to share 5 simple, playful brain games that research shows can help keep your mind sharp and even reduce the risk of dementia. All it takes is 10 minutes a day. Sound doable? Let's dive in. Now, you might be thinking, do these games really work? Well, let me tell you, science says yes. Our brains are incredible. They can grow new connections at any age, a process called neuroplasticity. Think of it like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And the best exercises are the ones that challenge you in new ways. So let's start with the first game, one you might already have in your house. I call this one Memory Match. All you need is a standard deck of playing cards. Shuffle them, lay them face down, and flip 2 at a time, trying to find pairs. It's like the classic game you've probably played with grandkids, but here's the twist. Play against yourself. Time how fast you can match all the pairs, then try to beat your record tomorrow. This isn't just fun, it boosts short-term memory and focus. And if you're feeling social, grab a friend or partner. Laughter and conversation add an extra brain-boosting bonus. Next up, word play. This one's perfect if you love crossword puzzles, word searches, or even those juicy morning crossword clues in the newspaper. But let's make it even simpler. Ever tried a mini crossword? They're shorter, less intimidating, and you can find them in puzzle books or free apps. Or, here's a free option. Pick a random word, like sunshine, and see how many smaller words you can make from its letters in 2 minutes. Sun, shine, his. You get the idea. Word games strengthen vocabulary, problem solving, and even creativity. And if technology's your thing, apps like Wordscapes or even the daily New York Times mini crossword are great. Just set a timer so you don't lose track of the day. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. What if I'm not a puzzle person? That's okay. The key is to find what feels like play, not work. Start small. Even 5 minutes counts. And here's a pro tip. Pair your brain game with something you already enjoy. Do your memory match with a cup of tea, or tackle a crossword while listening to your favorite oldies. Consistency matters more than perfection. Before we move on, I'd love to hear. Have you tried any of these games before? Or maybe you've got your own twist. Share in the comments. We're all in this together. Up next, we'll explore 2 more games that'll surprise you with how simple and powerful they are. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. All right, let's keep that momentum going. The next game I want to share is one I think you'll love, especially if you're someone who enjoys a good story. I call this one Storytime Sprint. Here's how it works. Grab a photo. Any photo, maybe one from a vacation, a family gathering, or even a random picture from a magazine. Set a timer for 2 minutes and describe everything you see in that photo out loud, as if you're telling a story to a friend. This is Aunt Marge at the lake in '85, holding up that giant bass she caught. Or, look at those storm clouds rolling over the mountains. Reminds me of that time we got caught in the rain at the county fair. The key is to get detailed. What colors do you see? What emotions? What happened before or after that moment? This game fires up your memory, creativity, and language skills all at once. And if you're feeling adventurous, try it with a grandkid over the phone. They'll get a kick out of your storytelling, and you'll both walk away smiling. Now, let's talk about a game that gets you moving, literally. This one's called Number Crunch Walk. Ever notice how a good walk clears your head? Well, let's give your brain a little extra workout while you're at it. As you stroll, Whether it's around the block, the living room, or the grocery store, pick a number to focus on. Let's say 7. Count your steps out loud until you hit 7, then start again. 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, 7. Simple, right? But here's the challenge. After a minute, switch to counting backward from 7. 7, 6, 5, 1. Still too easy? Add a layer. Every time you hit 7, name a type of flower. 1, 2, 7, rose. 1, 2, 7, daisy. This game combines movement, math, and quick thinking. 3 things that research shows are golden for brain health. Plus, it's adaptable. Use your age, your birth year, or even the number of grandkids you have. The goal is to keep your mind and body in sync. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but what if I'm not a numbers person? No problem. The beauty of these games is you can tweak them to fit you. If math feels daunting, try listing things instead, like naming a state for every letter of the alphabet as you walk. A, Alabama. B, Boston. Wait, that's a city. Let's try again. The oops moments are part of the fun. The point is to stay curious and keep those neural pathways buzzing. Oh, and here's a little secret. These games aren't just for solo play. Invite a neighbor to join your number crunch walk, or turn Storytime Sprint into a weekly ritual with your book club. Social connection is like fertilizer for your brain. It helps everything grow stronger. Before we move on to our final game, I'm curious, have you ever tried something like this without even realizing it? Maybe humming a song while you garden, or mentally calculating the cost of groceries as you shop? That counts too. Share your everyday brain boosts in the comments. I'll bet we could write a book with all your clever ideas. Up next, we've got one last game that's a personal favorite of mine, plus a bonus tip to tie all these habits together. Let's make these 10 minutes the highlight of your day. All right, friend, we've made it to our 5th and final brain game, and this one might just get your toes tapping. I call it Rhythm Recall. You don't need to be a musician for this, I promise. Here's how it works. Turn on a song you love, something upbeat, maybe a classic like Twist and Shout or Blue Suede Shoes. Listen to the beat for a moment, then try to clap or tap along to the rhythm. Once you've got it, pause the music and see if you can keep that same beat going on your own for 30 seconds. Too easy. Try alternating hands or adding a foot tap. Rhythm games like this light up multiple areas of your brain at once: memory, coordination, even emotional centers. And if music isn't your thing, try this with household sounds instead. Mimic the ticking of a clock, the drip of a faucet, or the chirp of a bird outside your window. It's playful, it's portable, and it's proof that you don't need fancy tools to keep your mind nimble. Now, let's tie this all together. We've covered 5 games: Memory Match, Wordplay, Storytime Sprint, Number Crunch Walk, and Rhythm Recall, and each one takes just minutes a day. But here's the real secret. These aren't chores. They're invitations to rediscover joy in the little moments. Forgot where you put your keys? Turn it into a memory match challenge, waiting for the kettle to boil. Spell out words with the letters on the cereal box. Every day is full of opportunities to play, and play is where our brains thrive. I want to leave you with this. You don't have to be perfect. Miss a day? No problem. Mix up the games, adapt them, or invent your own. What matters is that you're showing up for yourself, one 10-minute game at a time. And if you're thinking, but what if I've already noticed changes in my memory? Friend, it's never too late to start. Our brains are always ready to surprise us. Before I go, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these games are you excited to try? Or maybe you've already invented a brain-boosting trick of your own. Share it in the comments below. Let's inspire each other. And if you found this helpful, do me a favor. Hit that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We've got more tips, stories, and good vibes coming your way to help you live your best life, no matter the number on the birthday cake. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Remember, growing older isn't about losing spark. It's about tending to it. Keep playing, keep laughing, and keep trusting that every little effort counts. Here's to you, and here's to a mind that stays as vibrant as your spirit. Until next time, take care and keep shining.